Well, hey guys, I'm down here at the Multi-Plaza in Panama City, where the time is 1800 hours. I have to go to the Western Union today, and the reason is because Jedi Joy didn't know that I'd be cooking every meal at home. Well, we actually didn't have enough money for me to cook every meal at home. So what she did was she left me as much money as she could for food. And then everything else she was planning that I would just use a credit card, which she has, because we only have one. That's another article I'm writing a story on. It's ridiculous that it won't add my wife to my credit card. I'll tell you why we won't add my wife to the credit card. It's because 10 years ago, she left an open balance of like $200 with some credit union. And they reported her to some blacklist. And now, as a result, she cannot open a checking account on her own or anything, ever again. I don't even know what she has to do. I guess it's a permanent, it's like a Schindler's List sort of thing. Once you're on there, you're out. So that's part of the reason why, we're a little off, because the system betrayed her. I mean, her mother killed herself yesterday, 15 years ago, shot herself in the heart when she was in the U.S. Air Force. And the U.S. Air Force's response was that she was a suicide risk for herself because her mother committed suicide. And she might have been. However, they didn't handle it right. Instead of like saying, hey, you're a risk, let's get you some help, they said, hey, you're a risk, let's punish you. Let's ground you so you can't fly, and you're just gonna do ground office work. And she was combat, and so she's like, I ain't gonna be working in no office, so she did not re-enlist. So when she left the Air Force, what happened was who's gonna hire her? She was back, oh wait, let me back up. She left the Air Force, and then she went to go live with her sister. Her sister basically promised that she could live with her, had her there for 3 days, and decided that her sister, that Joy was cramping her style, because her sister is just kind of like, she's got a lot of kind of boy crazy, kind of like, is kind of always searching. So having her little sister around was kind of cramping Sarah's style. So what Sarah did was told her parents, hey, have Jedi Joy move with you guys up in Vancouver, Washington, where she'd never been. So she moved to Vancouver, Washington in 2008 or something like that. And man, I mean, she hates the cold. I mean, it's rainy, cold, she doesn't know anybody there. But she had fun. That's where I met her. I met her at Pacific. She was working some hourly job, opening doors for me in my condo when I should be opening doors for her, because she was a U.S. Air Force vet and she served in combat for her country after 9/11, and that was very important to me. Anyways, we met, and we didn't start dating, of course, because I just, she worked there. I was doing my thing. But years later, we bumped into each other in 2011, or 2012. We bumped into each other, and we said, hey, let's go to Panama. And so we did. So we came here in 2012 in December. And then a year later, we moved to Vegas because my dad was dead, and she had nothing going on in Vancouver. So we came to Vegas, and we worked there, and we did what we had to do there. And, it's been an adventure, I'll tell you what. So we were in Vegas since 2013. And so we kind of saw the peak of Vegas, we saw it kind of boom, and then we kind of saw what happened later on afterwards, which is right around, well, let's back up. 2016, we started noticing things were getting a little shaky. It's kind of after the election. 2017, I should say, 2017. 2017, things started getting a little shaky as far as like, we noticed that the business was changing. We thought it just had to do with because Trump was in office and maybe the attitude was different, but I think what was happening is that people didn't really have as much money as they thought they did. And the casinos were getting shady. Anyways, this is a lot of stuff. There's a lot of embezzlement going on at the Palms. There's a lot of Sheldon Adelson, broke some. I'm sure he broke some laws when he secretly purchased the Las Vegas Review-Journal. And Nevada, they just don't prosecute people if you're part of that club. I mean, if you're out of that club, forget about it, man. You're going to jail. I mean, they have evidence of, we got a lot of stuff on our website. Check it out, man. Being in Vegas is really hard to keep a positive attitude about things because there's so much negativity there. Here, I don't think about it that much unless we're talking about it. So, then I kind of get all filled up because you're like, man, what kind of people do that? Just kind of destroy a city for their own personal gain, not realizing they're cutting off their own hands as they do so. It's really, really tragic. So anyways, that's my little blog there on that, on Vegas. So what's happening now, and the reason why I bring that up is because, Vegas is so defiant on everything. And they said, hey, listen, there's a deadly virus. We all know it's not deadly, but you guys got to just not get it. That's the goal. Can you guys follow the rules to not get it? And, well, the United States is the worst at following the rules in the whole world. I mean, here, I have to wear a mask in public. Everybody does. And everything closes at 6 p.m. And then there's a curfew at 11 p.m. So they're still taking it very seriously here, and the numbers are going down. In the U.S., they're trying to, they never took it seriously. And then they started opening up. So what did they think was going to happen? I mean, it was just really a test from the universe. Say, like, hey, who's got their shit together? Everyone knows it's not deadly. I mean, the president got it. He didn't die. The governor of Nevada has it. No one's saying, oh my gosh, the governor's going to die. Well, when you have a deadly virus, a real deadly virus, what happens when people get it is that they're going to die. So, anyways, so you hear stuff like that, and now they're talking about having to shut it down. And the reason why I'm concerned is because the governor got it, a blogger got it just from being out in a casino, and my wife is up there. And so I'm worried that she's going to get it, because if she gets it, then in order to come back in here, you have to show a negative test. If you show up with a positive test, they're going to quarantine you when you come back for 2 weeks. She may as well not even come back until she clears out, because by the time she clears out, she's got to go back again, for whatever reason, for New Year's. But I don't even know if we're going for New Year's, because now he's telling everybody he might shut it down. So. Okay, well that's the blog for now. Hey, keep watching. We're gonna do dinner tonight. I got groceries in the back here. We got beef. I'll show you when you get home. And I'm just gonna be here at the Western Union for a minute.